Hey y'all, so today I found the cutest little spot and it seriously feels like stepping into a soft spring daydream. There's swan boats, little forest trails, and cherry blossoms everywhere. If you're into peaceful vibes, romantic spots, or just want to escape and vibe with me for a while, you're gonna love this one. Let's check it out. Y'all, so this place is a oldie but a goodie, but it's new to me, so hopefully it's new to some of y'all as well. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Shy in Second Life, and on this channel we check out aesthetically pleasing places in the virtual world of Second Life, and I also sporadically do lifestyle vlogs. So if you're interested in content like this, go ahead and subscribe. So y'all, I panned out massive. When I tell you massive, massive. Are we gonna get through this in one video? Perhaps. Am I betting on it? No, I'm not. But I am very, very excited to look around this land. Now, in the about on this land, they have things like horse tours and swan tours. Now, for me, when I hear the word tour, I automatically think that it is something that is guided. Now, a lot of times they'll have horse rides where you can just like get on a horse and you can guide yourself. But something about that word tour, it triggers within me the thought that it's something that is going to be guided, where you cannot, the horse is going to guide you, you're not going to guide the horse. It's just like a nice little tour treat, and we love it. Look at the little bunny. So this space definitely gives me like fairy tale type vibes, and we like that. We love a good fairy tale. So I do like that. When I first found this land, side note, when I first found this land, it was in the spring. I want to say it was in the spring, and it did have this same springtime vibe. And so now we're in the summer months, but it still has the spring theme, and I really do like that. I like that they've held true to the theme of the land, and they didn't just kind of change it around a little bit. Now, could they have incorporated snow for the wintertime? Yeah, but rabbits in the snow, I mean, it's a thing, but no, it doesn't have to be. These look so yummy. So y'all, I have been indulgent, and I don't like to because I don't like being in that energy all the time, but I've been indulgent in the like crime stories on YouTube. And when I tell you, a criminal I am not, but even I know to ask for a damn lawyer. The amount of cases that I've seen where people have just openly talked to the cops, astounding, absolutely astounding. Now I understand the whole idea of, oh, well, if I ask for a lawyer, then they're gonna feel like I'm guilty. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? Would you rather them feel like you're guilty, ask for a lawyer, and your lawyer protects you because you're not guilty? Or would you rather be not get a lawyer and you're not guilty and they put you in a position where you still get jail time? Because that happens more often than people would like to believe. When I tell you, now granted, a lot of these cases are not in 2025, but even still, and I always am just like, lying to when you if you don't know what you're doing, just for real, I mean, and even when you do, they get training for this. You know what I'm saying? They get training to do what they do. Interrogators, detectives, and things like they're trained for this. So to sit in their face and lie is crazy to me. I understand it's like, what, it's worth a shot, but at the same time, you don't have the mental capacity to be lying to somebody in a higher position or in that type of position. So think about something else. Do something totally different. Now, side note, this is a very twisty, turny land. Am I walking aimlessly? Yes, I am. There's a lot going on. I am a bit overwhelmed with the beauty here, but I'm calming down. I'm getting it together, and that's partly the reason why I'm just like kind of stopping and seeing what's around me before I continue walking, because I want us to see all the beauty. That's the one thing we love. We love a good aesthetic land. This land is very aesthetic. It's giving what I needed to give for us, okay? But yeah, so I am just like trying to wrap my mind around just the thought patterns of some of these damn people. I just don't get it. And a lot of times I'm like, maybe it's not for me to get, you know what I'm saying? But to sit and talk yourself into a damn corner with the cops when you could have just shut the hell up and got a lawyer, crazy to me. Who gives a damn if they feel like, oh, well, if you ask for a lawyer, then that makes you look suspicious? I don't give a damn, sir. I don't give a damn. You can feel like I'm suspicious while I'm at the crib, honey, because I didn't do this shit. But I've seen cases where people have tied themselves up in a corner and they were actually innocent, but the way that they said things or the way that things played out, it made them look guilty. And so I feel like that's a lot of times how they get people to admit to shit that they didn't do, because you sitting up there and interrogating them for hours on end because they didn't ask for a lawyer. And so they're just like, well, fuck it, I did it because I want this to be over with. Now you sitting in prison with the real murderers, with the real criminals, and you didn't even do anything. You didn't even do so. When I tell you, my mind be boggled every single time. Now I try to stay out that energy. But is it intriguing? Yes, it is intriguing. Is it wondrous? Yes, it is wondrous, because I'm just always so baffled by how quote unquote normal monsters look, you know? And is this like a conversation that goes with this land? No, but it doesn't have to be, because we're chit-chatting, okay? We're chit-chatting. So yeah, that is like something that I've tried to like tell myself, we're not gonna dive deep into this, but it really gets my brain going. This reminds me of the Candyland game, and I love this. It definitely gets my mind going, and it puts me in a certain type of feel, because I'm just like, they really hide in plain sight. I want to make sure I'm not getting turned around. Yeah, okay, we going the right way. We going the right way. Look at the colors here. Now, you know what? I definitely can appreciate a cohesive land, but when I see lands that are cohesive and they have this great amount of detail, I feel like people who perhaps are not big on like decorating in Second Life, you don't really understand what goes into the foliage. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these things are just piece by piece. It's not big chunks of anything. It's not big chunks of grass or big chunks of things. It's just one piece of grass here, like a patch of grass here, patch of grass there, and you put it all together to make everything look seamlessly. I feel like when you're not really into that type of thing, or you don't really landscape, you really don't understand what it takes to actually bring things together so that things look cohesive like this. This is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And then to add like little details like this, where they have lots of little, just very subtle like Easter things going around, where it's just like the little rabbit, or then they'll have like tulips and things like that. Just like lots of little added features to let you know that it's spring, but it's not really like overpowering you with the spring. You know what I'm saying? I really do like that. Look how pretty this is. The pictures are gonna go crazy. Now, I know I probably say that for every land, but that's because for almost every land, the pictures go crazy. I ain't even gonna say for almost every land, the pictures are gonna go crazy. Now, I am in their shared environment, but come on, get about the tree. But I see all these lights. Let me see. Yes, just like I knew it would be. Beautiful. Beautiful. When I'm seeing all these lights, I'm like, this land is marvelous at night. Absolutely beautiful. So as I've been more productive with things, I've been dabbling a little bit on TikTok in my spare time, because you know we talked about that in one of my later videos. So this is the Swan ride. It's a nice little, I believe this is a tour. Now see, they use the word ride here, and that makes a difference. Okay, no, it's a tour. It's a tour. If it got a start time, 'tis a tour. This is beautiful. So on TikTok now, for me, because you know what, I can never speak for anybody else. This is a cute little sitting space. I have curated my TikTok to be very wondrous for me. What I have noticed more and more is that they are throwing shit on my FYP that I did not curate. You know, I did not curate it. My thing is, don't try to make me venture off into different spaces when I have told y'all the spaces that I wanted to dwell in. The videos that I have watched immensely. This is the space that I want to be in. If I want to be in a different space, guess what? I'm going to search for it. One of the things that has been pissing me off a bit is the fact that they have introduced my For You page to a lot of rage baiting. Now, I can check a rage baiting page from a mile away. I can check it. But the fact that it's even coming up on in my recommendations as something that you would possibly think that I would want to watch, and you know I don't watch shit like that, it bothers me. I feel like TikTok algorithm perhaps sees that people are not dwelling in certain spaces, and so they're trying to like force people to dwell in certain spaces, because after all, they're making money, they're making money. So they're making money when everybody else is making money. So if people are making money from rage baiting page, I could understand why they would want to bring more people to rage baiting pages. However, get somebody else to do it. I don't want that shit on my page. I just don't. And so that really turns me off from TikTok in like a really great way, because I'm just like, that's not what I came here for. I came here for enlightenment and all things beautiful. Not no damn rage baiting. And I just feel like it infuriates me when I see, look how cute this is. It's very romantic vibe, very romantic. Now, just a side note, I am in the shared environment. I've been staying true to when I told y'all that I was going to be in the shared environment, just so we could get the feel of the land the way that the creators wanted it to be. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shared environment. Even though I feel like this land will go crazy in like a midnight type setting, because there are lights everywhere, but perhaps you won't be able to see like the intricate things, the intricate details that they have in some of these spaces. I don't know, but the lighting is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Every time I come across a rage baiting page, it's the same thing in the same format, which is why I don't understand why people never catch on. It's always something about either unmarried women. Black women is always like the biggest thing. Overweight people, or something, just like painting your everyday person in like a negative light, or like women who wear makeup, lashes, or weaves. It's always like those weird, idiotic things that they'll choose to use as rage bait. And so I know that there are all groups of people that get rage baited, but I feel like when a lot of the rage baiting pages that we see, or that I've seen, are like racist or sexist rage baiting pages geared towards black people and black women in general, I just feel like nobody's catching on to the thing. Everybody's just super duper upset, which I feel like, in my opinion, it is coming from a place of projection. Not so much projection on the rage baiting part, because they know what they're doing, but projection on the part of the people that are watching it and feel some type of way, even when or if it applies to you. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? An unmarried person rage baiting, telling you about why black women are unmarried while simultaneously being a black man that's unmarried is crazy work. Why are you bothered by this? Like, why are you bothered by this? But they tend to be. It's when I tell you, beyond ridiculous. I'm like, spread the rage baiting around. There are plenty of other places and spaces to dwell in where you can rage bait people. But I feel like, if it's low-hanging fruit, then it's low-hanging fruit. Do I feel some type of way about a lot of the rage baiting that I'm seeing being geared towards black women? No. Because what's crazy is it's black men that are doing the rage baiting. It's black men talking about black women and the things that they don't like about black women, and how they feel black women are so undesirable, and women are very, 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 very triggered by that. And it's like, okay, please get it together. I feel like when you watch social media and you see that there are like, well, you feel like it's so many people that are occupying this space, you tend to forget about all the people that are not occupying the space. And perhaps I'm speaking from a place of bias and somebody who's never gone through a lot of the things that the black women that I do see on TikTok talk about. I don't know, but I'm just like, yeah, that's not true. Everything is not going to go for everybody. That's always going to be across the board. But I just personally feel like, to sit and let somebody make you feel some type of way about something, I feel like you need to do a little bit of introspection. These are strangers. So in my opinion, even if you feel like what they're saying is true, you need to deal with that within yourself, and not take time out of your day to write these long ass paragraphs. They don't care. They're rage baiting you. They're hoping that they hit somebody that's triggered, so that they can then comment and engage and share and want to stitch it and do all of this stuff that's still bringing money back to them. Because at the end of the day, the algorithm does not care about negativity or positivity. They care about engagement. So whether it's a thumbs up, thumbs down, good comment, bad comment, it's all engagement. And the person who posted it, whether it's something good or something bad, they're still going to benefit from that. It's the whole idea, in my opinion, of working smarter and not harder. And rage baiters do a wonderful job at that. if I could take 15 minutes out of my day to make 4 TikTok videos and rage bait black people, and by you being a black person, it makes black people even more enraged. It's like, yeah, it's difficult for me to be mad at them. It's difficult for me to be mad at them. If you're going to take the bait, so be it. So be it. Everybody's not gonna like us. Everybody's not gonna agree with us. But then again, there are gonna be a lot of people on the flip side that do. It's gonna kind of be, it depends on the spaces that you dwell in. For me, I feel like it's so draining to see that on social media, to see that on TikTok, and I'm just like, you see the type of page that I've curated, and so for you to even invite that type of craziness onto like my main page, like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why not push that more out to people that are actually watching rage baiting content? But perhaps, again, I'm answering my own question. They're pushing it out to people that are not watching rage baiting content so that they can get more people to watch rage baiting content. And I'm always curious as to what counts as a view. So we know when you're watching YouTube, what is it, like 30-second view or something like that, the time varies. It's counted as a view. And so I'm just like, okay, well, what counts as a view on TikTok? So if it's like a 10-second rage baiting video, will 5 seconds count as a view, or will, like, the moment that it comes across your page, does that count as a view? One thing is, I don't want them to get any coins off of me. Get it from somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. I don't want you getting any coins off of me because I wasn't intending on watching your stuff in the first place. That's just really how I be feeling about it. And I'm just like, people need to remember, truly racist and sexist people, which I feel like when it's black people doing the, like, holding that prejudice, I can't, it's not racist. You're being prejudiced. I just kind of feel like people who truly feel that way, they're not very outward with it. They're more or less, they're going to show you with their actions and not so much with their words. And so I feel like the fact that you're saying it, I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. You might feel like that, and then you'll show it in perhaps your quote unquote preferences, or perhaps the spaces that you dwell in and things like that. But I don't think that you would actually feel so emboldened by it where you're just like, I'm going to make a video about it. It's quite funny to me because I just feel like, why are you letting people upset you? Social media, it can be a very negative space if you allow it to be. For me, it is not that. I curate my spaces to be the way that I want them to be, and anything other than that, I'm not interested in. Not interested in it. For me, that's the reason why they have that button. Is so that you can let them know, like, I'm not interested in this. Don't show it to me. I don't care if you thought that maybe this would be something that I like. I don't. Y'all know every time I see this boat, we're going to look at it. Because you know what? The last time that we saw it, it was very bright. The coloring was very bright. Or the shared environment was brighter. So the colors popped more. But now you see it has more like just like I don't want to say a monotone type coloring, but very like calm. The like very pastel pinks as opposed to like the really rich reddish pinks that we had seen when we were on that land back in, what was that, April, I believe it was. Yeah, it was April. But yeah, so that was a little, it was irritating me for sure. It really truly was. Yeah, so every day I get up, I tell myself, you're gonna go ahead and do a video early. Because why not? Why the hell not? Why not? And then I always find myself doing everything but. And is it a little bit irritating? Yes. Oh, I love how they have these lights where they have like the little Easter colors, little pastel colors. How pretty. I feel like because in the past I've always done my tours when it's later in the day. For me, it just does something to me to have to like do it. Not so much to have to, but to do them earlier in the day. I actually want to look at this bridge. Hold up. This is that Dust Bunny Bridge. And when I tell you, it is so pretty. Look how pretty this is. And the little glistening waters. But yeah, so it's late again, y'all. It is 12:36 a.m. Okay, fresh new day. It is fresh new day. Oh, we saw this already. We ain't gonna look at it again, even though I want to, because I love how pretty those baked goods are. But we're not gonna do it. Okay, we're not gonna do it, and you guys can't make me. But yeah, so I'm like, tomorrow, every day I'm like, it's a new day to do a video earlier, because I'll be wanting to batch record. But you know what? I have been in the mood to like view a certain type of land. And so when I'm going through my landmarks, the places that I'm finding are just not those type of lands. And I think that's like another big thing is like I'm in the mood for a certain type of land. And it's been, it's a bit sad that I haven't been finding it. But I found this land and I'm very, very happy about it.